Good morning, YouTube modeling community. Mike here, Mike's Miniature Motors. I think it's been 3 weeks since I've done a bench update, so I just want to kind of fill everybody in on, where things stood. Um, it's been cold here, so I haven't had much painting. I do all my painting out in the garage, but I spent a lot of time in the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, just kind of going through my desk here, just organizing things, going through all my paints. Seeing what bottles were good, which ones weren't, this, that, and the other. But and just going through tools and just making sure everything's where it should be, and oiled the desk and things like that. But anyway, so did a lot of that, just organizing and. But let me start going over what I've done model wise, projects wise. You've all seen the videos of using the Mr. Color, y'all call it unicorn tears. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's just difficult for everybody to get, but the leveling thinner. Finished cleaning up the tank. I didn't do the inside, of course, because that doesn't matter. But all this will be red, and then this piece as well. Didn't do underneath, but so that's ready to paint on the 1199 Ducati. On the Ducati Superleggera. I don't know. Let me get some sort of a pointer here. If y'all can see, but to me it tells you to paint the bottom part flat aluminum and then the top part gloss aluminum. I'm not even in camera. Sorry, guys. The bottom part of the block, or the block, I would say flat aluminum, and the top of the part, the what I call the heads, would be they tell you to paint it gloss aluminum. Well, I don't know how well it picks up on the camera, but what I used here for the heads, let's see, because I don't know how the light works, but this is 4 parts gloss aluminum, 1 part metallic gray. Because I'm gonna pick you up, show you a picture on the computer. To me, here's a picture of the real one. I don't know how well it picks up on the camera, but here's the block, and the head is maybe a shade darker. So, and same thing on this side. If I were to turn the video on, you'd see that they kind of show a picture of the engine racing around. If you're looking at building this kit, here's the name of this video. It's a great video. They're just showing you all the insides, basically the engine going together. So I did that because, to me, like I said, just the instructions. I mean, yes, on a kit like this, you're not going to really even see the engine once all the sheet metal goes on. But you know how it is, guys. You do it for you because you want it to be right. So there's that. I've got all the pieces. They tell you to paint these 50-50 buff, 50% titanium gold. But I haven't mixed that paint and compared to, their mixture versus, what I just showed you in that video. But there's the piece that goes on the front of the engine that was in that video I just showed you a minute ago. And then I've got all the sheet metal cut off the sprues. I've started cleaning some of it up, gluing the pieces that need to be glued together, cleaning up those seams. So I got that done. All right. Next, Fred Henry build. I finally got the 2 more coats of red on this nose, and I'm happy with it. I will lightly sand this. This didn't turn out as great as I wanted to, but I don't know how well it shows up on camera. Anyway, but overall, I'm really happy with that. And then, of course, I will attach it to this soon. Put more clear on it and start getting a little more aggressive on it. I'm just kind of one of those people. I like to get the body done first, because if the body ain't right, the rest of it ain't right. Doesn't matter. But anyway, no, started. I was gonna leave these separate, these pieces back in in camera, but I thought, you know what, just glue it all together and paint it as one piece. I dropped it and this thing like broke. Man, this plastic's like super brittle. I don't know if it's because it's from the 80s. Or it's just the plastic they used back then. This piece broke off and I had no idea where that went, so I had to use some evergreen. I extended these because they didn't quite reach. I should grab my pointer again. They didn't quite reach the. I'm out of camera again. Quite reach the points that they needed to go glued on, and then these all glued to the floor. So that's almost ready. I need to clean up my glue joints where like it kept breaking apart, and I used Tamiya thinner. I used 10x7, and it holds, but you just handle it a little bit, and it snaps apart or it breaks completely. There's a couple breaks on there, but there's that. And then this, because I keep test fitting it to see how it's going to go. I bumped this, and like I said, the plastic's brittle. It broke, and I end up gluing it, but I end up turning the frame a little bit, and I pinned it so it's got a little more strength because I don't want, once final assembly starts going, I don't want it to break apart. So just worked on that, and then I drilled some more holes, did a little more thinking and planning, just looking at the engine block. Just trying to prepare for it. Sorry it's taking so long, Fred. It's just the way it's been going. Anyway, all right, on the RX3, I've still got this panel. I've still got that door panel. I've still got this seat. These are interior pieces, obviously. I explained when I did the unboxing that the molding or these lines were really kind of light. I've actually come in and I've scribed them all. My intentions are, I don't know how well this shows up in the light, to do yellow like the body, and then this center stripe, dark green. I got the paint already. I forget what Tamiya colors it is. Maybe British green, racing green, or something like that. It's not a metallic. It's a solid. And I thought about doing the rest in I bought a can of NATO green, and I'm gonna do it on a test sheet and see if I like the way the colors play together. If not, I'll end up painting this all black. But what I have in the box over here is I do have that seat scribed. I've got a door panel in here. The dash is in here. I can't get it out with my fingers. Anyway, the dash is in there, the other door panel, and then I have this in there because that just signifies that they are done. I need to come in and say my scriber strayed, and I just need to sand those and clean that up. So that's where that is, interior wise. Guys, I've told you I was going to paint it yellow. Well, let me get these up here. I'm going to take the camera back up to the computer. I keep debating, guys. Here's a picture of a yellow one Keith sent me. I keep debating whether I want to do my chrome around my windows or if I want to do all black. I keep debating whether I want to do the bumpers chrome. I like this look. Hang on. Sorry for the pause, guys. Here's the body. Like I said, I keep debating whether to keep them chrome or paint them yellow because the whole car is going to be yellow. And I keep debating, guys, whether I want to put a stripe off to the side. Does that emery board help? A stripe off to the side and then a thin stripe next to it, or if I want to do a little bit wider stripe down the center of it and then 2 pinstripes next to it. Haven't come to that conclusion yet. Here's the car in mock-up stage, the suspension. It's all glued together with the canopy glue. I had to open up these fenders, and I was going to go as far as the wheel flare, which is what I did on the Z. But if I can get closer, I tried to match the wheel arch, not go bigger than the wheel arch that's on the chassis kit. I don't know how well that shows up on the camera. I don't know if my lighting's that great. But anyway, because when I built the Z, I came all the way out to where the fender opening would be, and it just kind of looks weird in there because you just have call it a half moon or whatever, the cup or whatever, where it's over the tire, and I thought it looked kind of weird, so I tried to retain the archway of the chassis piece. I don't know if I'm articulating myself, but as you can see, I've got 3 out of the 4 fenders on there. And I've scribed my lines, obviously got rid of the mold lines, and just been working on that a little bit. And I think it looks really cool, man. I'm really, really digging this build. And this is the height from the factory on the chassis. You know, it's in the little pins in the back and in the front. And I'm kind of liking the way it's sitting. My initial plan was to lower it because on the Z, it sits much higher than what I liked, but I didn't plan for that before the build. And you know, I mocked this up with canopy glue that James Tester has shown and recommended. He actually did a, you know, I think I've seen him do at least 2 builds, putting his kits together with that first, and that's what's underneath all those suspension parts. I mean, there's not a lot of suspension parts, but just so I can see how it's going to sit out of the box, and I'm pretty pleased. So anyway, guys, that's kind of where everything is, and just want to kind of share with y'all where all the projects are, what my kind of plans are. Still got cold, wet, rainy weather. I'm not sure when I'll get the rest of the Ducati sheet metal painted, or the yellow, initial yellow on the Mazda here. But just plugging away at it. Wanted to share with y'all where things were, what my kind of thoughts are. You can chime in on the chrome bumpers, the yellow bumpers. Like I said, I'm debating on whether to do the bare metal, the chrome around the windows like the real car, or there is a picture of a real RX-3 out there that's yellow and green, and he did his black, and I mean, it looks good, and I don't know, still kind of up in the air. And like I said, then the chrome would kind of tie in, like I said, the chrome around the windows and the chrome on the wheels. I plan on putting the dark green centers in there to kind of match the stripe, and you can voice your opinion if you want on whether I should do a center stripe, or with 2 pinstripes next to it, or an offset stripe with 1 stripe, you know, pinstripe next to that. It's just kind of what I'm thinking. Just kind of, you know, plugging away at it, trying to get ideas, thoughts. You know, like I said, just really loving this build. Anyway, guys, I'm babbling on. Hope everybody has a great Tuesday, and we'll see y'all Thursday for Throwback Thursday. Thumbs up, question, comments, blah, blah, blah. All right, guys. God bless. Mike out. Bye.